I stared at myself in the bathroom mirror. My hair perfectly styled, makeup impeccable. Yet the face staring back felt hollow. A deep breath did little to quell the dissatisfaction simmering inside.
"Hey, Sarah, you almost ready?"
Jake's voice echoed from downstairs.
"We're gonna be late for brunch with the Millers."
I rolled my eyes. Another flawless weekend, another flawless brunch with their flawless friends. Forcing a smile, I went downstairs where Jake stood by the door, keys in hand. He gave me a once-over and smirked.
"Finally. Thought you were creating a masterpiece up there."
Joke. My smile wavered. Just wanted to look nice.
"You always look nice,"
he laughed, as sincere as a Times Square street vendor. I bit back a retort, reminding myself it was a joke. But as we got into the cab, his words still stung. Jake kept talking. Traffic, drivers, endless construction. Each comment felt like a jab, irritating my frayed nerves.
"So?"
Jake began as we pulled up to the restaurant. "Ready to impress the Millers with tales of your thrilling freelance career, doodling for a living?" My fists clenched. "It's graphic design, Jake, and it makes money."
"Oh, touchy."
He raised his hands in mock surrender.
"Don't worry. Abigail is dying to hear about your latest project, I'm sure."
Inside, the air felt thick. The hostess led us to the Millers' table. Abigail waved theatrically. I forced a response. "There you are," she exclaimed. "We thought you were lost in the wardrobe, Sarah." Jake laughed. "Almost." She was perfecting that effortless look. "Takes work to look like you haven't tried, right, honey?" Weak smile. Heat rose in my cheeks. Seated, I caught my reflection in the mirrored wall. The woman looking back seemed smaller, diminished. When did I become this? Conversation buzzed, detached. Luke dominated, witty jokes, sharp remarks. Everyone laughed. Each joke chipped away at my fragile confidence.
"Sarah," Mark Miller addressed me, "Jake mentioned you've been hitting the gym a lot lately. Beachbody?"
Before I could answer, Jake interjected.
"Yeah, she's working out. I keep telling her she doesn't need to try so hard. Curves are in, you know."
Laughter erupted, punch to the gut. "Excuse me," I mumbled, escaping outside for air. Bathroom, cold water on my face. Reflection again. Who am I? So small, invisible. Shaky breath, holding back tears. This isn't the life I dreamed of. Not this marriage. I straightened, touched up makeup, returned to the table. Jake cracked another joke.
"That's why I say, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of Sarah's kitchen."
More laughter, more eyes on me. Ghost in my own life. Something had to change. Humiliated, ignored. Something had to change. Meeting Jake's eyes filled me with anxiety, chest tightening. He'd laugh, joke, trapped, suffocating in a perfect life, empty and painful for me. Saturday evening. Kitchen, arranging snacks for Jake's poker night. Doorbell. Jake's loud greeting.
"Hey guys, come in. Beer's cold, chips ready."
Deep breath, smoothing down a tighter dress than usual. Told myself it was to look good. Living room, tray of snacks. Eyes on me immediately.
"Well, hello, Sarah,"
Sam drawled, gaze lingering too long. "Festive tonight." Forced smile. "Thanks, Sam. Thought I'd dress up." "Casual, I hoped." Jake smirked. "Yeah, because middle-aged guys playing poker is a red carpet event." Face flushed. Laughter. Sebastian added, "No complaints here. Nice to look at between hands." Jake grinned, dealing cards.
"Careful, Sebastian. Your wife might not like you eyeing mine.
Game started. Kitchen, retreating. Hands trembling, wine. Laughter, poker chips, jokes from living room. Part of me wanted to hide. Another part couldn't forget the attention. Later, back into clear bottles. Sebastian looked at me intensely.
Need help, Sarah?
Voice softer. Before I could answer, Jake interjected.
She's got it, Sebastian. Unless you're trying out for butler role.
Jaw clenched, quickly gathered bottles. As I left, Sam called out,
Hey, Sarah, stay with us. Luck at the table.
Stopped, looked at Jake, shrugged, smug grin.
Why not? Have a seat, darling. Maybe learn poker.
Reluctantly sat between Sam and Sebastian. Their closeness. Game progressed. Atmosphere shifted. Sebastian's hand brushed mine, reaching for drink. Sam's knee pressed against my leg under table. Jake's sarcastic remarks continued.
Looks like Stevie can't keep his eyes off you, Sarah.
Jake joked during a pause.
Maybe I should charge admission.
More laughter. Sick feeling. Object in front of Jake's friends. Jokes about it. Humiliated. Yet, a part craved that attention. Not just Jake's jokes now. They were noticing me. Evening dragged on, responding to Sam's flirty comments. Didn't pull away when Sebastian's hand lingered. Wrong. Thrilling being wanted, noticed. Jake's jabs kept coming, cutting deeper. Solace at the gym, appreciated, respected there. Not just workouts. Michael. Heart raced. Phone, message. Can't wait to see you. His reply, instant. Me neither. Gorgeous. Same time, same place? Smiled. Hazy mix of excitement, guilt. Absolutely, replied, deleting conversation. Kitchen. Jake leaning against counter, coffee, phone, scrolling. Smirk, eyes still on phone.
Well, well, look who's all dressed up again. Off to conquer treadmill?
Sighed, rolled eyes, grabbed water bottle. Self-care, Jake. Try it sometime. Muted laughter, holding back amusement. Oh, I'm sure you're working wonders for your body right now. Glowing or just sweat? Jaw clenched, silent. Gym bag. Door. Don't wait up. Tossed over shoulder. Sarcasm. Wouldn't dream of it. Drive to gym. Blur. Guilt, anticipation swirling. Sick feeling, what I was about to do. Other part, excitement. Seeing Michael again. Gym, spotted him instantly. Michael demonstrating exercise, muscles tensing. Saw me, face lit up, wide smile.
There she is, my favorite client, he called out,
excusing himself.
Ready for our session?
Couldn't stop smiling back.
Always.
Quieter corner, supposedly for privacy, workout. Both knew it wasn't just that. Michael's voice dropped closer, adjusting posture. How are things at home? Exhaled, weight of his question. Same as always. Jake. His hand lingered on waist, shiver at touch. He doesn't appreciate you, Sarah. You deserve better. You know it. Met his gaze, piercing green eyes. I don't know anymore, whispered. Sometimes I don't. He interrupted, thumb stroking hip. Don't make excuses for him. You deserve to be happy. Before I could respond, kissed me. Passionately, deeply, waiting forever. Doubts, guilt melted away. This was missing, feeling wanted, seen, pulled apart, both breathing heavily. We shouldn't, whispered, body leaning towards him again. Michael smiled, playful, sincere.
Maybe not. But doesn't it feel right?
Nodded, unable to argue. Next hour, blur of exercises, stolen moments, exhilarated, consumed by guilt. Drive back, emotions chaotic. Phone buzzed, message from Jake. Late getting back from Temple of Sweat, huh? Don't overdo it. Anger flared, gripped steering wheel tighter. Why always so... jerk? House. Jake sprawled on couch, beer, signature smirk.
Well, if it isn't our workout queen.
Mock enthusiasm. How was gym today? Gym bag thudded on floor. Fine, Jake. Same as always. Eyebrow raised, something unreadable in his eyes.
Same as always? Been having a lot of those same as always moments lately, haven't you?
Heart skipped a beat. Did he know?
What do you mean?
Jake shrugged. Beer sip. Oh, nothing. Just noticing how devoted you've been to the gym lately. Froze. Unsure what to say.
Coach must be very talented, right?
Swallowed, voice trembling.
He just does his job well, that's all.
Jake, without hesitation, words heavy.
Oh, I'm sure that's the case. Probably very hands-on approach.
Obvious sarcasm, face flushed. Shame, irritation. You know what, Jake? If you have something to say, just say it. Stood up, eyes narrowed, locked with mine.
All right, how about this? You smell like cologne. Definitely not mine.
Stomach twisted.
Maybe it's from the gym. You know how it is. Everyone's sweat mixed together.
Bitter laugh, humorless.
Right, because sweat smells like expensive cologne. My mistake.
Froze as he walked past. Bedroom. Doorway, smirk that didn't reach eyes. If you're going to cheat, Sarah, at least shower before coming home. Disappeared, world crumbling. Later, hands shaking, setting out snacks. Poker night again. Laughter echoing from living room. Jake's voice, sharp blade. Hey, Sarah, planning to join us sometime this century? Tone dripped sarcasm. Deep breath, calm.
Coming?
Called back, cheerful tone. Tray lifted. Living room, eyes on me. Sam and Sebastian's gazes lingered, uncomfortable.
Well, look who decided to grace us,
Jake drawled. Cards. Sam let out a low whistle.
Damn, Sarah, you're looking great tonight.
Embarrassment, something else, blush.
Thanks,
mumbled, setting tray down.
Jake snorted. Come on, same old sweater she wore in college. Guess when you're desperate, even that looks attractive.
Room exploded with laughter. Something inside broke. Enough. Butt of jokes. Didn't exist in my own home.
You know what, Jake?
Voice sharper than intended.
Maybe if you spent half the time on your stupid poker games paying attention to me, you'd notice I'm wearing something new.
Awkward silence. Poker chips clinking. Jake's gaze shifted, cold, hard.
Yeah, and I'm sure your coach would notice that right away, right?
Words hung in air. Cruel smile. Drunk guys found it hilarious. Sam pushing things too far.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Rope?
Sebastian, eager, chair back.
Zip ties in my car. Get them.
Fear flared. Words caught in throat. Jake, this isn't funny. What are you doing? No response. Dangerous undertone. Shudder. Room unrecognizable. Couldn't understand. Froze. Comprehend. Tying Jake to chair. Husband nearby. Crooked smile. Gaze locked on mine. Guys, stop! I begged. Voice drowned in laughter. Jake shifted. Ropes.
Tied tight enough, guys? Wouldn't want me slipping out.
Nausea. Not a prank. Something sinister.
Jake, stop! Step forward. Too far. Let's stop now.
Met my gaze. Eyes cold. Distant. Warmth gone.
What's the matter, Sarah? Afraid I might say something you don't want to hear?
Sharp voice. Sebastian. Sam exchanged glances. Laughter fading. Tension. Uneasy. Heart raced. Predatory attention. Sizing me up. Sam leaned closer. Hot breath. Ear.
Come on, Sarah.
Show us more of what you're wearing. Whispered. Smirk. Froze. Should have pushed him away. Storm of anger, loneliness, desperate need for attention raged. Take control. Feel powerful. Why don't you give them what they want, darling? Jake's words, sarcasm, flicker of uncertainty. Didn't think I'd do it. Couldn't imagine it. Sam's hand slid up thigh, pulling me closer. Didn't pull away. Surge of power. Defiance. Sebastian's eyes widened. Disbelief. Really, Jake? Sam taunted. Low, mocking. Okay with us having a little fun with your wife? Jake forced a laugh. Weak. Hollow. It's just a joke, right? Sarah understands. Something snapped. No longer a joke. Pressed closer to Sam, scent intoxicating. Jake's smile vanished. Shock. Never thought I'd do it. Looked into his eyes. Months of condescending comments, neglect, painfully clear. Is there something better, Sam? Words slipped out. Years of resentment. Sam's grin widened, hands exploring. Didn't believe I'd go this far. Always flirted, testing boundaries, never crossing. Now, Sam's fingers under dress, boundaries crumbled. Jake's face twisted, disbelief, eyes begging me to stop. Gaze pleaded, pride wouldn't let him say it. Sam oblivious, touch bolder. Last glance at Jake. Moved closer to Sam. Maybe you should show him how it's done. Sarcasm. Rebellion. Sebastian leaned in, hand brushing shoulder, uncertain. She's got a wild side, huh? Nervous chuckle. Sam's attention fixed on me. Jake's smile faltered, still silent. Unspoken words hung, stop everything, but never came. Not backing down. Crossed a line further than intended. Rage pushed forward. Heated breath of Sebastian, Sam's hands bolder. Defiance, power welled up, head spinning. Sebastian's voice, tense atmosphere. Why don't you put on a real show for us, Sarah? Mockingly. Anticipation. Jake's gaze shifted, fury flashing. Wanted to break free, scream. Sarcasm, defense, silent. Everything spiraled. Hands slid across Sam's chest, lips grazing skin. Sam. Confidence. Whispered words. Chaos. Happening too fast. Beyond control. Didn't want to stop. Sebastian stepped back. Sam in control. You're full of surprises, Sarah. Whispered, drawing out words. More hands reached, pulling deeper into chaos. Mind screamed stop. Regret coming. Too late. Regret loomed, racing towards it. Predatory gleam in Sam's eyes, heightened intensity. Jake's face contorted. Shock, fury, disbelief, shattering right before his eyes. Sam's voice, insistent whisper, pushing further. Why don't you show us what your husband missed out on? Challenge, horror, ready to accept.
Sarcastic gleam in Jake's eyes vanished. Silent, burning rage. Room buzzed, tense anticipation, everyone waiting for rupture. No one intervened, accomplices, waiting for last thread to snap. Let go of decency, raw, chaotic, ugly. Fought for moments, crude remarks, didn't resist. Night reached wild climax, tangled mess of guilt, power, rage. Adrenaline faded, hours slipped by. Destructive reality engulfed me, suffocating fog. Over. Gasped, disheveled, wreckage of rebellion. Jake still tied, stared, eyes hollowed by betrayal. Silent, silence, devastating. Frozen as poker friends quietly left, air thick with alcohol, shame. Heart pounded wildly, nausea. Jake remained bound, gaze fixed. Hatred, disgust, never seen before. Eternity of unbearable silence. Jake spoke, voice cold. Icy surface. Pain. Well, that's one way to make poker night interesting. Bravo, Sarah. Words slapped. Even now, sarcasm. Thin veil for rage, pain inside. Hands trembled, untied him. Neither spoke. Suffocating silence. Freed. Jake slowly stood, face unreadable. Braced for explosion, shouting, accusations. Instead, just looked at me. Agonizing moment. Spoke, voice low, dangerous. You know what? I'm done. Without another word, turned, walked out. Front door slammed shut. Alone in silence. Collapsed onto couch, legs gave way. Enormity crashed over me, freight train. Destroyed marriage, humiliated husband, ruined everything. Fleeting satisfaction, revenge. Jake's silence, torturous. No longer saw me worthy of fighting. How could I blame him? Could I blame? Woke with splitting headache, dry throat, cracked lips. Last night flooded back. Avalanche. Nauseated. Disoriented. Legs shook, forced myself up. Kitchen, water, pain relief. Envelope on table. Jake's handwriting. Heart clenched. Trembling hands. Tore it open. Divorce papers. Signed. Dated. Damn. Whispered, barely audible. Small note fell out. Couldn't stop myself. Looks like you finally got what you wanted. Hope it was worth it. See you in court. Sarcasm dripped from every word. Heard Jake's voice, cold, distant. Sank into chair, staring at papers. Disbelief. Real. Happening. Images from last night. Sam's hands, Sebastian's laughter, Jake's expression. Pain, betrayal, helpless, humiliated. What had I done? Invited poker group to humiliate him while tied to chair. Oh my God. Shame, disgust, punch to gut. I'm going to lose everything, whispered, fingers through hair. Then another thought. Freedom. No more criticism. Invisible in perfect marriage, crumbling inside. Jumped up, pacing kitchen, mind racing. Okay, Sarah, think. What now? Lawyer. Finances in order, don't throw up. Courtroom. Heart pounding, burst out of chest. Thick tension, every gaze on me. Seat. Jake already there, calm, tailored suit. First time since divorce papers. Presence knotted stomach. Smoothed skirt, composed, hands shaking. Lawyer, Lucas,
leaned in, reassuring whisper, words barely registered.
Just wanted it over. Least damage.
Judge called court to order. Jake began. Division of property, alimony. Moment of relief, not as terrible as feared. Then Jake's lawyer stood. Atmosphere shifted.
Your Honor, I am Chloe Thompson, representing Mr. Jake Smith. Firm voice, tension. Before property division, evidence for court's consideration.
Heart froze. Evidence? What evidence? Judge nodded. Chloe stepped forward, USB drive. Your Honor, this device, video footage, critical to this case. Video? Leaned to Lucas. What video? Confusion.
Don't know,
he replied. First I'm hearing. Judge admitted evidence. Large screen lit up. Heart stopped. Video, poker night, living room. Jake tied, shamelessly flirting with his friends. Every humiliating moment, perfect detail. Sam touching me, Sebastian joining, chaos. Disappear, escape humiliation. Gasps from spectators, waves of judgment crashing down. Jake impassive, watching, emotionless. Video ended. Unbearable silence. Lucas tried to speak, shaken. Chloe wasn't finished. Your Honor, more evidence. Stack of papers, financial reports, ground slipping away, siphoning money from joint account. Small amounts, larger over time, coinciding with Michael affair. As you can see, Your Honor. Chloe's voice dripped disdain. Mrs. Davis, secretly diverting funds while carrying on affair. Lucas turned, disbelief. Never told him about money. Told no one. Chloe wasn't done.
Your Honor, call a witness.
Michael entered courtroom, as if nothing changed since that night. Here, testify against me. Chloe's sharp questioning. Michael admitted affair, deception, twisted situation, main culprit, me.
Always complaining about Jake, Michael said coldly. Didn't understand her, didn't appreciate her. Regret my role, but Sarah knew exactly what she was doing.
Wanted to scream, lying, words stuck. Lucas objected. Refute claims. Damage done. Just when worse, Chloe's final blow. Your Honor, based on evidence, client requests full rights to family home, sole custody of Baxter. Baxter. Heart shattered. Only comfort. Lucas argued for fair division, pointless. Judge, video, testimony, financial records. Luke awarded house, Baxter, majority of savings. Left with little. Tiny portion of funds, overwhelming shame. Dazed, sat there. Judge concluded hearing. Jake leaned to Chloe, whispered. Chloe stood. Your Honor, client statement. Jake rose. First time since nightmare. Looked at me directly. Calm voice, devoid of sarcasm. I felt her pulling away, never truly believed she would cheat. She did it in front of me, with my friends. Sarah, you disgust me. You will carry this burden for the rest of your life. Room buzzed with whispers. Without looking back, walked out. Frozen, trying to process. Lost everything. House, money, Baxter. More than that. Dignity, reputation, self-respect. Courtroom emptied. Continued sitting. Crushed. Jake's final move. Make me feel pain, humiliation, betrayal. Succeeded beyond imagination. Suspected infidelity. Never expected this far. Decided to test me. Happened. Utterly empty.